Thinking a set of Mark 82s or Mark 84s that are high drag.
So
Even if it's
2
just
or 3
the,
Mark 80,
how many Mark 84s can we take?
84s.
Two Mark 84s on the left CFT, and that's the air ones.
Yep, air.
And two of the normal Mark 84s. On the other one, where's the normal Mark 84? There it is, on the right. Everything else is business as usual. That all makes sense. Happy with that, right? I'll press the rearm.
Yep.
Okay, switch is coming on.
Will we have intercom yet, or will we need to power to come?
Try. Fade up.
Check.
Nothing. I think it's on auto connect, so.
Yeah, it's the profile thing. Check.
Good check, okay. Right, I'll mute Discord. So, planning my mind is we'll get started in a second. We'll just we'll start the startup now while it's refueling.
Yep.
Happy in the back.
Happy in the back. Happy in the back.
Alright, JFS coming up. I'm going to do the sortie for the most part without the TFR showing up on my header display.
Okay.
I'll get it set up on my display just so that the contrast and everything's right for you in the back, and then I'll turn the brightness off on my my head.
Yeah, that's fine, no problem.
Right, two's coming up. Looking back at the ramp for it to move. I've got some points I can put in, just by means of having something if you want.
Yep, pass them through. My UFC isn't up yet, but I can take note.
Alright, engine's coming up. Alright, the ramp's going to go any second. There it is. Right, good. Lights are on in the front.
And in the back.
Alright, fingers out of the way. Coming down.
Yaw rake. Yaw rake.
Okay, the loading's done. I'll drop in a couple of points just so we've got something to work with. It's ground 21. That's just aligning.
Looks like a good alignment in the back.
I'm nearly done with these points. Turn that to a target, there it is, right, done. Okay, So, just checking through. I'm pretty happy in the back. Don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy in the back. Everything's turned on and functional as far as I can tell back here, so yeah, I'm good to go when you are.
Okay. And we're rolling. Swiss Ground Vader 1, taxi 3 on left, fly November, hold Alpha. So, just looking at the program page for air to ground delivery. So program 1 is going to be our high level. Let's do that first. And it's going to be an auto delivery, single station, and set to nose. There you go. Program 2 is going to be the same. Nose
Steady.
tail. Thank you all. See. It's brilliant having somebody in the back. Right. And that's our lot. So program 1 is going to be our lung throw. That's pre-selected now. I've got a really weird defect on my... It's not a defect. Just looking at the end of the chart, edge of the chart. Okay, right, that's done.
Oh, okay, I didn't realise it affected your PST when I changed the zooms and stuff on mine.
We'll go ahead and change it again. Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Okay, yeah, so radar's mine.
So, sorry, program 1 you said low and slow, and program 2 was the...
Opposite way around.
Okay.
So program 1 will be our kind of loft or our throw, so we can do some high level stuff. Have a look in radar beam map mode as we fanny about.
Got it.
And then we'll have a look at some close in, low level, super busy radar beam mapping, target designation.
Look forward to it.
So the target is that that disused airfield north of Batumi. I'm just going to flick through the cards a second, just heads down for a minute. There it is. Okay, so we're going to do an IFR departure. It's going to be the McRani 2 North. So I'm going to set up the HSI for it now. So let's see, TACAN, course coming out is 298. There it is. So, and I've got the symbology now on my heads-up display. So essentially we're going to fly out 302. To 7 miles, greater than 6,700 feet. To left turn onto 252 and then a right turn onto the 298 radial. So the radial out set, and we'll just kind of do the rest by memory.
Cool.
It's quite a short egress. But I'm reasonably happy. Can I mess around with the command M? I don't know what MSS means. So there's a, in my like electronic warning system, whatever it's called, tactical and electronic warning system. On the top right there's a command PFM, and you can change that to MSS. I've got no idea what those things do. So when we get up at some point, we'll chaff and flare, unless you know.
No, I do not. I can go dig through the manual and see if it says.
Nah, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out on the way. Happy with fuel, 28,700. We should be keeping our tanks with us. The jettison's already set up. Do you want to do checks now while we're getting up there?
Yep, sure. Okay, so before takeoff checks, air brakes are in.
Yep, in.
Ramps to auto.
Set.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Takeoff trim set.
And set.
Selective jettison set.
Set fuel, then stores.
Flight controls full and free.
And full and free.
Hydraulics normal.
And dials look good.
Fuel quantity, balance, transfer, and temperature.
28.6, balance both sides, and no transfers set.
Engine master switch is on.
On.
Oxygen contents connections low verified.
And in the
I've got flow in the back.
okay.
Intake anti-ice as required.
And that's off.
Pitot heat on.
And check.
Canopy closed locked, handle fully forward.
And handles forward.
Command eject as briefed.
Norm.
Yeah, set to norm in the back here.
Sweet, so you'll eject both of us.
Seats armed.
And confirmed.
Harness check. Restraints PSP connected. Checked.
I'm looking down and my belt isn't fastened, but I'm sure that's fine.
And takeoff emergencies as briefed.
Okay. Anything before 120 knots, we'll stop on the runway. Anything after 120, we'll take up into the air. Single engine will then to the south for a lung downwind, and we'll come straight in. So we'll dump the stores over the other airfield, and then circle back.
Got it. Okay. Takeoff checks complete.
Okay. Space around, beta 1, south. Space tower beta 1 lines at 3-1. 4 McBrowning 2 north departure. Right, left's clear. So, were you with us the other day?
I was, yeah.
Okay, so you're happy with the kind of comms deconfliction? So I'll make the call to radar and then call yours.
Yeah. I'll try remember what to say then. Yep.
Sweet. Okay, my light's going out because we've got a runway light that will come on. And quick slam checks.
IFF as required.
Yep, it's off. We'll leave it that way.
Landing lights are to be on, but you've just said you'll turn them off because you've got the runway lights. Anti-calls as required.
Yep, altimeter, we're going straight out, so elevation 1650, we're going to say 29 and 92. And master arm is on for the departure for the jettison.
Cool.
Okay, running up.
Cool.
Having a look at this engine because the gate is different, just making sure it's not going to go into burner, and top run. There's the light. Okay, burner's on. Pretty heavy, so about 155 will go. 5 degrees nose up. Go. JSW 1 in the cloud radar. All yours.
Is it the vodka departure that we're on, did you say?
Macaroni 2 north.
Lucy radar, Vidar 1 out of Lucy on the Macaroni 2 departure, bound to the west. As
Radar 1 identified, continue climb, flight level 280, cleared west onto Moonbeam when beyond danger.
climb 280. Vidar 1.
Alright, so that's 7 nautical miles, so easy does it because it's pitch black and I'll make you sick otherwise. Speed restriction is 350 knots for departure, so max dry. Quick look at the board, 252 that we're after, and then a turn to intercept the 298. And then at 25 nautical miles out, that will be our 252. And yeah, 25 nautical miles is our running 2 north, and then we'll split from there. Oh, too busy chatting. Okay in the back?
Okay, in the back.
How are you in terms of the HUD repeater? Is it okay for you? I've not set the brightness or anything yet, so don't know how we're looking.
For me, yeah, I just get the HUD repeaters looking fine. I obviously no Navler picture yet, but yeah, looks good for me.
Okay, give me a second then. Right, I've just put it on automatic gain now, so it, you know, should get better for you. It doesn't like being this heavy. Right, we're on the line. 298 is what we're after.
Okay, after takeoff checks, landing gears up, lights are out, flaps up at the retraction speed, I guess you managed that, okay. Going up for me here.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, and that's it.
Sweet. When we get to 280, we'll have a look at a few bits and pieces, make sure that our oxygen's still good. Cabin pressurization looks fine as it is. If you want to go ahead and pull up the air-to-air radar, we'll start talking about that. Okay, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to step up to nav 2 on the UFC and select nav on the HSI as well now. That's what's most immediately relevant. Alright, let's make a turn. Alright, let me know when you can see the radar.
Yeah, I've got the air-to-air up.
Yep, you see it moving around?
Affirm.
Okay, so we can kind of see that there's a few bits. We can mouse over, get some information. That tells us a few different things. So I'm going to go ahead and select one of these guys now. That's TDC depressed. So you see how it's a hot aspect towards us?
Yep.
Now I'm doing a coolie right. Can you see how we've got that ID, KC135, at the bottom?
Yes, I see that.
Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is the acquisition switch forward. See, you've got HDT at the bottom.
Yeah, 3 HDT.
That's high data rate, so I'm going to TDC that guy as well. Now we can see two of them. It's going to track both of those for us. I can TDC switch between them. So the other thing we can do now is you see how we've got the azimuth kind of limits at the bottom.
Yeah, the 2 circles.
It will not slew beyond the limits of what I've currently focused on. So the other one will come out of limit potentially, but if I go all the way to the left, it'll expand that. And see how we're in travel search.
Yes. So the numbers next to the radar elevation there, is that 11,000 feet up to 35,000 feet we're scanning, or?
Yes, so while we're in travel search like this, multiple tracks, it'll basically give us a band to choose from. So if I change my elevation, the whole band will move.
Okay, and the numbers above the targets is the distance?
So the number above is the altitude.
Okay.
And then at the very top left, you'll see we've got different numbers. Sorry, this push talk. I thought I'd made a better choice, but I regret my option that I've chosen.
It's okay. So, yeah, very top left, 22840 something.
Yeah, that's from us.
Range and bearing from us, or height from azimuth.
So it's range, so it's heading and range from us.
Yeah, okay.
So that's 28,000, let's take this down. And then we've got information on its aspect and then its closure as well.
The closure being the length of the tail coming from it.
So the length is where it's going, so it's like pointing in the direction of flight. So you see how we're flashing there?
Yep.
That basically means he's a memory contact now. So the radar doesn't actually see him anymore. It remembers it, and it's basically saying, if we don't sweep back onto that soon, it'll just disappear.
Right. So, how do we know the closure?
So we can focus on one of them. So, give me a second. Switching modes. So the single track that we've got, you should see it there. I'm going to go ahead and pull up A2A mode for my sake. See it?
Yeah, I see the flashing box on the left.
Okay, so on the right hand side of the radar display, you see you've got the 50, 51, 53.
Yep.
That's closure.
Right. So above the center line is a gain, or a or are they getting away from us?
So the line above means it's going away from.
Okay, right, yeah, so I get that the tail, or the line leading from the center, is its heading relative to us, or its track relative to us. So how do we know if we're gaining on the target, or if it's getting away from us?
So positive means positive is towards, like, we've got positive closure with the aircraft.
Where are you seeing the positive closure?
There's sorry, it's just the fact that there isn't a negative symbol on.
Ah, right, okay. Got it.
Yeah, give me 1 second, I'm just going to remap really quick for push talk.
Yeah, that's fine.
And cover check.
Yep. I'm Charlie.
Okay, 1 sec. Alright, good deal. Just double checking that this control isn't set to anything else. Right, so, any questions so far?
No, I assume that target symbol is the bullseye?
Yes. So these little triangles are steer points. Now, the reason why we've got the number 4 over that one is because that's a target. And it'll help us differentiate with what's going on. So I'm just going to step back on the radar a second. So we're in high at the bottom. I'm just going to turn that to into lead, so it's doing plenty of different options. And there you go, there's another guy over there. So you see how we've got the flashing on my header display?
Yep.
That's just telling me it's outside of my header display. So if we have a look now and have a bit of a play, we're in single target track, so or at least we're on super track. See that dotted line that's come up?
Yep.
That's the ooh, don't take the piss line. Right, it's about 60 degrees. So I can see on my header display 58, 59, 58. So if I stay here, we've got him all day, right? So if we're going to crank, say we were doing some beyond visual range stuff, if we're doing a skate or a banzai, if we do a fox, then crank, that would be the crank, basically, out to 60 degrees. Now we're going to turn back in on him. This would normally be heads on. So we go right, there he is, stay there, and he'd explode.
That flashing circle dot that you had up on the screen as well, that kind of moved over to the right hand side just as it lost track there. Was that the bullseye representation or what's that?
The small dot.
Yeah.
So you can see there, top left.
Yep.
So that's the basically the steering dot that says you wanna point at that. You point at that, and that's basically your best intercept.
Right. Okay.
So it doesn't help that it's all over the fucking place. That's just the radars need some work to fine tune, I think, on the software side, but also the aircraft's turning.
Yep.
It's recalculating. So you see how we've got on the right hand side of my header display, we've got the 250. That's the height. 249 now. 15 left is its aspect. So 18 means it's pointing directly at us. 0 is it's pointing directly away from us.
Right.
So relative to our own heading, where is it pointing? So it's 140 degrees to the left.
Got it.
I've got the range, so range 21 now, closing. I can see 860 knots closure speed. No zone basically means that we don't have a missile, so it's not going to give us that information. If I step up an A2A missile, see how we've got the 30 seconds. Just going to high data rate there now. There's high data rate. So it's basically saying he's pretty close. Intercept's going to be around here somewhere. And you'll see as that range gets smaller, 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 especially when my head's on, you see that bar along the side.
Yep.
So if I come off that entirely, you can see my header display then. I just went onto a bullseye tracking mode. It picked him up. I can go to a smaller bullseye. bit longer distance. Or I can go to a vertical track. So you see that line sticking up?
Yep.
This is like a short range, oh shit, he's here, you know, I'm dogfighting. I genuinely don't know where he is now, so he's on our left, so that's good timing. So it's looking up above the top of the head-up display. See how it's picked him up? Now I've got this symbology here. Now we've got good tone. And in theory this would be when we blow out sky.
Yeah. You can see his contrails just above us as well.
Okay, now we're going to come off him. And I'm going to clear the radar. And that's that. There's a lot of information to take in. The aircraft does a really good job of processing that and displaying it in a way that I can action in a head-up display. If you want, do you want to take the radar now, and we'll have a bit of a look around, and we'll see if you can find anything noteworthy. If you want to kind of have a play around picking up some targets to scan and identify and
Yeah, sure.
maybe coordinate an intercept on. I'm just going to gradually sweep around, so gradually turning, radar's yours. But we should be expecting anything between 20 and 30,000 feet.
Okay, so are
It's
you...
pretty empty now, but
Yeah, are you using any HOTAS controls to change the modes, or is it all just the line selects?
I am. So I was using the auto acquisition switch forwards and backwards. So if you go ahead and bring your TDC over that box at the top right that's starting to appear now. Yeah, go ahead and peg him. Give it a full right trigger, I think it is for you.
Trying to remember what I've got now.
Or TDC, it's either TDC depressor or full right trigger. I've got it set to the same as the front, so my TDC depressor I think is the one. Got it?
I need to check my bindings for that.
Yeah, no worries. It's going to be right. It depends which display you want. It's on your left hand side.
It's on my left, yeah, because I don't have
Okay.
a slew
Yeah.
for the right hand stick.
Yeah, so just set your full trigger to be your normal kind of TDC slew depress button then. You'll be fine. I'll keep an eye on him for now. I'm going to button him up just so that we don't lose them. I'll make sure I keep them around. And think about getting us out of Turkey as well. Oh, there's one. Okay, so what we're going to do is, on the left hand side of the radar, you see how you've got that That GMTR medium.
Yes.
Let's basically add declutter, like gate settings. So if you want to go ahead and set it to chaff, there you go. It's basically saying that we're going to pick up a whole load of random background shit, but if you've got something low level, that might help. So go ahead and trigger them up. You're working on it.
No, I've got the bindings the wrong way round for the left and right hand controllers here.
Ah, okay. You got time, don't worry. There's plenty of stuff flying around as well, so. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, so I don't have enough bindings on my left-hand controller for TDC, Coolie and Castle Switch. I've got the press function for the TDC, and
Give it a go. Give it a go now. If it doesn't work, swap the TDC press to your left-hand trigger press, rather than as additional one, because you won't ever use the TDC in the back. It'll always be that left trigger.
oh, okay, that was
There we go.
full trigger, yeah.
Okay, so now if you do your auto acquisition switch, forwards and backwards and whatever else, you'll see the display change.
Trying to figure out what I've got it.
I think it's going to be one for each as well, so like a left hand set and a right hand set.
Yeah. So did you say after or forward?
It's harmless if you do either one. There we go. That's travel search, and then the opposite way we should get 3 HDT. There we go, that's a high data rate. Okay, good deal. Now if you want to do your coolie right, oh, I think we're going to lose him. I think he's landing, that's why we're going to lose him. Yeah, I can see where he is up front. That looks like Batumi to me. Alright. If you depress your auto acquisition switch, if you can, that'll be your like drop. Same way you'd undesignate a target, or you undesignate the map on the out-ground radar. That'll drop a target in track. So now we're back in normal track. That all looks fine. 40 miles. That'll work for us. Climb slightly because I know there's a shitload of stuff at 25,000 feet. So I'll bring it up to just over 26. And we should start to see some stuff. There you go. Give that a go. Right, if you coolie right now, you'll see what he is. Hold that coolie right. That's really bad. It's going to be the left hand coolie right. If you hold that button, it'll appear at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, because again, if it's coolie or castle switch for me in the back here.
Yeah, if you press escape and just do it in the control panel, and it'll pop up what it is. I'm going to run a basic intercept, so looking for 30 degrees, there it is. 30-30.
Did you say left or right for that?
Right. It's the coolie, so it's subjective. It won't break anything. So.
Yeah, I'm pressing both Coolie and Castle switches just to be sure, but nothing's really happening for me here.
Okay, don't worry, we'll figure it out. Is it the left-hand side coolie switch?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, well, we can have
Coolie,
a fanny around that later with the
Coolie
controls
right.
and
So
things.
do I need to be on it or do anything before?
No, just needs to be the active target as it is.
Long
You'll know
press,
it's
short
working because
press.
it'll say just lung hold, and it'll show while you're holding. So you don't now that it's got a star. That's our primary track. So you don't need to press anything. If you lung press left, it'll query everything that we've got.
It's not working back here for me. Sorry.
No, don't worry. Okay. Anything else on SO radar while we're here?
Yeah. Loads of things on the air radars. It's something I've never really bothered looking at before in the past. I've always been focused on the air to ground stuff. So yeah, half the stuff here I don't even understand what it all is. So.
Don't worry. It's all good stuff.
So what's that 800 dropping down on the right hand side?
That's the closure rate. So it's decreasing because its angle is increasing. We're
So
not
it's
flying
turning away
directly
from
into
us,
each
right,
other
okay,
anymore.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So what we can do now is we can time our intercept. So I'm looking at your radar. I'm not looking at the head-up display. I'm looking at the radar. So we just want to beam in. Okay. So he's in memory now. So he's outside of your track limits. And he's gone. So you see how we've got, because we're in track while search, if you want to press that acquisition button now. I see his control anyway. So you see how we've gone back up to that normal mode? It just says high at the bottom.
Yep.
So we're looking good. So we could potentially pick him back up. Oh, I can't see shit. There you go. Grab him quick. Grab him quick.
Come on.
Get him. Alright, good. Now if you leave it as it is, it'll stay on him and it'll be quite flexible to pick him up. The elevation is still quite broad, you see, so it'll tell us where he is. So we're behind him, we're underneath him, closure rate's 100 knots, that all looks pretty good.
How do I tell how far the radar's looking ahead of us here?
So we've got the scale at the top right, which is on 10,
10 miles, right, okay.
and that's the top is 10, and then it's just evenly broken down. And then the same way at the bottom is 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5. So he's 2.5 miles. If I check that against my head-up display, that's saying 2.6. Yep, that's about right. And you see how we've got flashy at the top.
Yep.
That's saying there's other stuff going on. So there you go. Keep going. Might find something, we might not, but there you go. Now, you drop this target. Good. Drop him out completely, so that auto acquisition press. Good. Now you see the radar at the bottom, sweeping all the way left and right.
Yep.
If you cycle to the right, I'll keep him where he is. So cycle all the way to the right of the screen and go past it. There you go. Do it again. And stop. Now you look at the bottom. See, you've got that reduced azimuth.
Yep.
Quicker scans now, higher update speed, less sky to find. Now on the left, we've also got, I'm going to put medium here, see you've got the elevation, change the size of those bands. Normally 4 is about where we go. Happy?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to grab him, right, I'm going to take the radar very quickly. Says it's in use, radar's mine.
There's yours.
I'm just going to get in front of him and ID him. The ID works based on, I think it's their radars. And there is a range minimum from which we can kind of start to figure that out. So, you see that aspect now? 15. Right. So if we turn on to him when he's facing up to us, that should become 18. Basically means he's hot as they come. I don't think we're going to be fast enough to get too far ahead of him, so we might not get an ID. At the very least, we definitely probably won't at this range. That's off now. Radar is yours whenever you want it. Just realised we're in fucking right on the edge of Turkey, so getting that right. If we have a look around again, we'll find something. So, say we're looking for an air-to-air refuel tanker, right? And we're not sure which one it is. Let's do that exercise now. So, we know that the TACAN for the tanker for us is 43X-way. Do you know how to set that?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and plug that in. Sweet. Now on the HSI, if you want to go ahead and box TACAN, navigate towards it. I'm going to go back onto nav mode. And I think we need to tell it that it's a...
Saying off at the bottom here, how do we get that on?
Thing off where?
Bottom left of my HSI.
Yeah. So I'm clicking TACAN on the menu. And I'm going to put it to transmit receive.
Ah, right, it doesn't need to be on air-to-air now.
So tankers work a little bit differently, so they'll use kind of ground style TACAN.
Okay, I'm just trying to remember back to my Harrier days that you needed to set it to air-to-air, but
yeah, so that's if we're with other Harriers or fighters and we want to kind of work together like that. But where are we at? So I'm looking at the bottom of my HSI, 09043. So, you go ahead and, with that information, I'm going to carry on the heading that we're on now, 040. You find that tanker. On the air-to-air radar, make sure it's the right one. So we're looking for 09244. So we're heading 040. It's going to be on the right somewhere. And remember at the top of that display again, where we've got the information, it's telling us bearing and range. So is it that one or is it the one right next to it?
so
40. So what does our HSI say? 44 miles and 095 now. If you wave over it, and what's it saying at the top? 09543. What does the other one say? So it's not going to be that one, is it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So go have a look back at the one on the left. Where's he gone? Where's that other one gone? There he is. Get him. Boom. So, if I go air-to-air mode now, I'm like, great. I know exactly where that tanker is, I know exactly how to get to him. Now watch out for that memory again, you see? See where he goes. It should be right on the nose somewhere. Not him. Give it a second. See the sweep pop up. This is taking too long, so if you want to go ahead and sweep all the way to the right again, and bring your cursor back to the middle. Yeah, there you go. Just trying to get that data at rate down quickly. Make sure you're back in the centre, because otherwise if it's out of angle it won't get it. So what happened then?
Is it because it's right on the nose and it's in the blind spot?
No, this radar's insane. It won't notch anything. And our gate set's a medium, so what happened? We're on track while search, so did you step up to track while search again? Yeah.
Yeah, I just changed it now, yeah, it was on high right before.
Yeah. So if you single press down on the auto acquisition to bring it back to high, I think one press will do it. HDT will work. HDT is fine because we've still got the data rate, so it won't lose it. You see how that altitude band's still really high
Right, okay.
on the left hand side. So you see you got 39 at the top and 11. That's the altitude band or the elevation band that the radar's looking at. So if you want to go to track while search again now, so forward on the see how it's 15, 45.
Yeah.
And it won't react to anything we're doing.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. Happy?
Yeah, much happier now, yeah.
Sweet. Right, let me put up the TSD. Right, come in left. Can you be a deer and pull up waypoint 3 for me?
Yep.
You doing okay?
I thought I knew how to do it, but it doesn't appear what I thought.
Okay. So just go ahead and press 3 on the control panel.
Right.
And then on the main menu where you've got steer 3, there you go. Right. The 3 is our initial. So let's bin off this this radar now. That's done its part. So let's have a look at the air-to-ground radar now, okay?
Yep.
Are you in the braced position?
Yes.
Right. Just gonna get it going. Right, it's running. You see it?
I see it.
See how that elevation's moving? That's me changing that. GC on the left will change our gain on the radar. That's not display gain, radar gain. 2 is about right. So we can increase our range to about 40. That looks good. Right. More than that, I could do 80 because there's not too much going on in front. See the mountains?
Yep.
Cool. So now you should also see a number at the bottom right.
Yeah, the time to
Seconds. Yeah. Time for the map.
for the HRM, yeah.
So I'm set to map mode, which is good. So you see that display. We've got our blind zone. There it is. We've got our outer range zone for something small. There it is. So we've got a. Actually, I'm going to step very quickly. Do you know how to step up to a target point? If you put 4 decimal and then put it on the 3. Let's do that. So go ahead and step up on. Yeah, thank you. Alright, why is my radar misbehaving? That way. Are you controlling the radar?
I am not.
Okay. Oh, that's why, because it's set to that thing. There we go, that's mine again. No, it's not.
Is it because the...
Oh, you're misbehaving. I've got it set to SP at the top.
Oh, okay, I changed it to 4 dot up. So it automatically slewed to that position, I guess. But it's showing SP for me now.
Okay, if you take the radar and very quickly take it and then press down on the acquisition button. Let me know when that's done.
It's done.
Give it a wiggle around, PDC, to see if it stays free. Sweet, okay. Okay, it's mine. Happy days, working.
So what did TSD back down do there?
I think it was just set to focus on that point rather than being a free left like it is now.
Got it.
So I'm just going to come around, about face a little bit. I'm going to bring down the distance a little bit. We don't need to look too far ahead. So you see all the beautiful things we're looking at?
Yes.
So I'm going to change it. There's a dam over here somewhere, do you remember?
Yep.
I'm not going to try to find it right now, but if we were, let's say, you know, maybe somewhere over here. So TDC depress. It's near the nose and we're pretty quick and we haven't done an update, so hopefully we get to show you the radar scintillation of what that looks like. There we go. That's the picture we were looking for. Right. So this is called scintillation, right? The radar scintillation by basically the waveform of the radar. It's so close to the nose, so close in at such a high speed means that it's just not building a good picture.
Yep.
So if I unfreeze this, actually not yet, if I turn way off, if I depress again now on map, I've changed nothing else. All I've done is rolled off heading. I might have pressed it too early, but it should improve. I'm full of shit.
Like, at least you can see the dam a bit there.
Yeah. If I acquisition down again, you saw it then. So it just went back to the wider display. Basically it says cancel everything, I'm starting again. It's yeah, it's pretty close in. Pretty close in. So but improving as we come off of the nose. Okay, I've frozen that. I'm going to bring us back left again now, and we're going to have a look at. I'm going to step down the TSD just to get a bit better. There we go. I'm going to come left now, just checking fuel. Where are we at?
How are you freezing the radar again?
It's a separate button, front and back, I think. Give me a second, I'll look at what the button is. Hold on. The left multifunction switch for me. I imagine it'll be the same for you. Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Actually, I think it's the laser fire button. The left laser fire button that does it. So I'm bringing it left, bringing it left, bringing it left, and you'll see at some point our target points will appear ahead. See what's going on?
Yep.
Okay, so waypoint 3 is really important as a trading tool. So let's slow this down a bit now. It's 40 miles off on the side. Just giving it a bit of a smaller shape so that we can get some good use out of it. We're going to have a look at this in map mode first. Right, you see it?
Yep.
So what I can do now is I can switch to target. I'm going to target the just somewhere in the actually bang in the middle. Right, click target. Boom. Target set.
Yep. Even though target point is waypoint 4?
Yep.
Okay, so
nothing to do with that.
Right.
So I've just done the auto acquisition back or aft. See that arrow appear?
Yep.
Do not trust the fucking arrow. It lies.
Yeah. I was just wondering about that the other day, if it's showing a true or a magnetic heading in the...
I think it's, I would say true, but it's 10 degrees off, so I'm going to move it, I'm going to redesignate, there it is.
Okay.
So that's set, right? So if I go to air to ground mode now, boom, you should see on the heads-up display, got some symbology.
Your point and the fall line.
Now if I take control of the head-up display. I can go CCIP, or I can go for a nice big full line. So speed up now, you see we've got time to release, counting down. That basically says, boom, off you go. So, taking the radar back again, we can redesignate, we can update, or I can depress, basically say, no thank you, back on radar beam map. Just bring that angle down. Right, does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to turn off. If you want to take the radar now.
My radar.
And faff as you see fit. It should be a half trigger and then up and down to change the elevation for you on the side that it's on. So apologies in advance, I don't think there's any other way to do it, so you'll have to map it.
How do I delete that? Is it acquisition after press?
I think it will, yeah, there you go, you got it. So I've got no symbology now other than my navigation, which is great, suits me just fine. We're flying out, so give me a second, I'll just fly us out so you've got some thinking time. We'll go ahead and map that island. You can designate a target on it. So I'm just flying around now in air to ground mode, minding my own business. So in a little while, we're flying around. You'll designate the target and bring it up in my heads-up display for me. Basically tell me what I need to do. So I'm going to swap over very quickly to steer point 3, just so I can see how far off we are.
You're one step ahead of me there.
So looking good. I'm going to really quickly check where the tanker is as well, just so we know. Really far away, 140 miles. Okay, that's fine. Okay, happy? 20 miles? You think that's too far? Or, I mean, that's where we're set now on the radar, looking down.
Yeah.
Quite high up, so that should be bang on for you. But you see how we've got that really weird, just looks like it's smeared.
Yeah, the radar's looking down too far.
Yeah. So it's looking down quite a lot, and I'm not helping because I'm in a turn. If you unfreeze now, you'll start to see it appear.
I don't remember what that was, how to do that.
Laser, fire, whatever that button was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good man. Alright, so if you want to change your angle to get it, change your elevation on the radar. And bring it up. The elevation up. Doing okay?
Yeah, I think I'm bringing the elevation up. Is it the numbers on the bottom left, on the left-hand edge?
No, that's just the display gain, so you need to physically
right, yeah, sorry.
bring that elevation up. So it's a half trigger and then move it up or down or whatever. That's okay, go ahead and box it for now, because it's just in range for you. Go ahead and map out that, yeah. Go. And then as soon as it's up, freeze it. Yeah, so you see a little bit of scintillation. Now make sure you're on target at the bottom. Yeah, go ahead and set a target for me. Bang in the middle, that looks good. Great. And see my header display's updated. I've got command. So, it's a bit of a dick, this auto bombing, in that it can't really be trusted in level bombing. We're going to do it anyway. Have you got your weapon release button programmed for the WSO?
Can't say I do, let me try.
Alright, you've got 30 seconds. If you were to go ahead and program it, then for these high level things, it tends to be you that presses the button.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just
Okay.
a monkey with a stick in the front.
Okay. Master Arm, have you got all that in the front, do you?
Good call, Master Arms on, and we've got ready. 10 seconds, so press and hold the button after 10. There you go, press and hold.
Pressing.
Online's coming down. Wait for it. And away.
And away, I heard the clunk.
Jesus. Fucking heavy bomb. How much trim does it need? There we go. Right, so we should at some point see an impact. So we know roughly where the island is. I'll see if I can crane us around. It'll be on our left side. I'll whip us around pretty quick. 10 seconds to impact. It will have landed short. I can't see a fucking thing. Right, 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Saw a splash on the T-pad there, yeah.
Yeah. How short?
It looked maybe 100 feet southwest of the back point. Oh, of the designate point.
Okay. Cool. So if you want to press down on the acquisition on the radar. Great, and unfreeze. Bring us back to radar beam map. Sweet. So figure out that elevation because we're going to need it for the next part. I'm going to turn all the lights off because they're reflecting in my mirrors. There we go. Let me know when you're happy with the elevation kind of control.
So you're saying half trigger and then move the slew?
So you hold half trigger and then you move the slew up and down, I think it is. There you go. Got it. Right. So we're going to do essentially the same thing, but we're going to be going tornado style, low level towards an IP. So I'm going to get my T-flare up now, out of necessity, just because I can't do this without the TFR. I'm basically going to fly low level towards that thing, and you're going to find it with the radar. So if you're going to go ahead and step the radar down to 40 on the scale on the right.
Going 40 for me now, yeah.
Sorry, step it down to 20, I meant.
That's...
Okay, now, how's your 100 repeater looking? Kind of okay? Can you see shit?
No, I can't see anything other than the symbology.
Oh, okay, so in the top left, if you click on the nav flare option, and then...
yeah, okay, got it. Looks great.
Working?
Yep.
Sweet. I have got concerns. Why are you being a dick? It's being a dick. I don't think this doesn't feel like it's set at the right angle. Right, looking through my head-up display, it looks like it's out of kilter. Oh, fuck it, it's fine. Right, so anyway, as for all intents and purposes, in the back, that's going to be very normal for you, isn't it? In terms of the repeater and everything, you're not really going to see anything different to what you see now.
No.
For the weeks and months to come. So we're set to auto gain, which is a bit of a trust exercise now to see is this actually gonna.
Yeah,
as soon
that's
as we
working.
get the blackness of night, I'm thinking is everything gonna get really bright like it's doing. It's not terrible. If I change the contrast, it's not terrible at all. There we go. Lovely. Does my contrast change? Does yours change?
It depends on where the nose of the aircraft is. If it's slightly above the horizon,
Okay.
it goes bright. If it's below, it goes dark.
Is everything really bright now?
I can still see detail. It's not totally blown out.
Okay. Yeah, this is on the piss. Right, hold on. Let me just. You can't electronically bore sight it, so I just need to Remember what values I used last time? I want to say 55. Oh shit! That feels better. Sorry, we're gonna have to do this a really ropey way. I'm gonna just... Do we die? Do we crash into trees and die? Okay, that's fine. Can you remember 55?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so now it's set so. Basically, I've manually told the bore sight what angle of look down it should be. And I've got a little bit more confidence. It's just as we got to the lights of things, the lights in the scene weren't matching up to where things actually were. So it's still a little bit off, but safe. So we're going to fly in now. I'm going to slow it down to 420 knots because I'm not that cruel. But we're going to go 420 knots towards waypoint 3. There's a pylon on our left. I saw it. Right. Over there. Okay, so radar beam map is at 20, right?
It is at 20 on RBM, yeah.
Okay, if you want to step up to 40.
40, got waypoint 3 ahead of us.
If you move that cursor out of the way. So essentially what I want you to do is freeze it and designate on radar beam map, so not on high resolution mapping. So adjust the height, so you see how it's going
Low
black?
altitude.
So
Low altitude.
we need to increase the elevation. There it is, not too much, otherwise won't be able to see a thing. There's something, a hill in front of us. Okay, so now we can kind of see stuff.
Low
It's a bit hard to see, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But this is higher than we'd normally go. So the hills are out of the way now. So I'm going to bring it down to 250 feet, 420 knots. But that's pretty good visibility, isn't it? So gain's pretty shit. If you try and go up to gain 3, see if we can make it work a bit harder for us. So keep going. There you go. There we go. Something over there, isn't there? But still a bit naff. So if you give it a second, see how we're getting towards that line?
Yep.
That middle line basically is our 20 nautical mile range. So if you want to step down to 20 now, and it'll be at the very top. Right. So you see that black stuff on the left?
Yep.
That's a shadow. So we're looking for 3. We're looking for 3. I've not got good enough visibility on that to see. The cursor's in the way anyway, so give that a shift. We're looking for... I can see the river. See how you can see all the rows of pylons? And you can see the river just on the bottom left of that box?
Yep.
So... you keep looking. It might be that we can't get it at 20 either. And that's fine, because even if we get it at 10, we're going to have absolutely plenty of time to cue a target on it. So I'm setting basically CDI bombing mode, just as a backup in case we can't pick it up. I'll see it and twat him. But I know he's on the nose. I've got the rough circle is on my heads-up display, so I'm flying in now, 200 feet. I'm going to bring it down a touch, just to see what we get away with. So
Yeah, I can see the river quite defined now.
Yeah, I think it's just a resolution issue, isn't it? So don't map it. 10 is good. Ah, look. Right, we're in business, aren't we? When you're ready, yeah, go ahead and freeze that. Freeze it quick.
Oh.
Yeah, now designate, now target at the bottom, instead of map. Now, drop a target in the middle of that island. That's really, I mean, we're at 200 feet, 420 knots. Go ahead and designate it. Right, that's popped up for me. See it?
Yep. I don't...
On my head-up display?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay, have you got your chaps and furs map? Okay, so I'm just making sure air to ground, master arms on, 500 knots, and in a minute, 3 nautical miles, we're going to pull up and we're basically going to do a loft. See how we go. Ready? There it is. 4G, 4G. Away. Your chassis, your flares. Go, go, go. I'll drop some just in case you don't have it.
Yep, didn't have it.
Okay, and we're coming off 150, straight back down to the low level.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Bringing it around so we can see over the shoulder. Alright, something went pop. It looked about the right place, isn't it?
Hopefully. I can't quite see, my track IR's bugging out.
Don't worry. I saw it on the side. Get your T-pod on it if you want to see if you
Yeah. Can't see any impact crater. Oh, maybe there is one there.
Okay.
Yeah, going round to the right, I think masked it. Going round to the left, I think we might.
No problem. So, even without the TFR, I mean, you can see that display's frozen now. That looks pretty fucking good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
That was at 200 feet. And I, you know, picking up a target 10 miles away. Do you want to try the same again for the actual target number 4?
Yeah, we can do, yeah.
Alright, so I've got the program up now. If you want to unfreeze and whatever else in your... undesignate that target, unfreeze radar.
Oh, I've changed it. I accidentally changed the bindings.
You're fine.
There we go.
So I'm just having a quick double check. This drop line looks a bit shit to me. If you want to go ahead and get us onto waypoint, the target 4, I'll step up. So we're staying in radar V map for this. Oh,
Up in there.
that's VS mode. So press the acquisition down again. I think it's the button for that. Or just press PVU on the left, bottom left. There you go. Right, so it's there somewhere. So we're in the business of staying on radar V map. I'm on my way downstairs. This symbology does look good actually in hindsight. It's all over the place, isn't it? That tells me that we are on slow mode. So this is going to be a bit... we might blow ourselves up doing this one. Apologies in advance.
Do we have any specific target at this airfield, or is it just at the cross? Or
just in the cross. If you can get us over the airfield. Bringing us on track from the IP now. Right, there it is, give or take. Go ahead and get a staying in radar V map, so bring it down to 20 now. We see, get rid of that map, big map box. You can get it on target mode, ready to go. Yeah.
Low altitude.
Sorry.
Low altitude.
Too busy looking at your display. What do we see? Some masking, not too bad. So this is probably going to be another special, isn't it, at 20?
yeah, probably.
Do you want to change our set? I don't think that any higher or lower elevation is going to do it for us here, is it? So go ahead and undesignate that because it's thrown up on my head-up display.
Sorry.
Thanks. Looking. Do you want me to come off ball sight slightly? Would that help?
Yeah,
Just to
slightly
get that line out of the
left,
way. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Right, coming up to 450 now. So bring the elevation down. Yeah, everything's bright behind it. Oh, too much. I don't know. Well, we'll get 10 in a second, and that should mean business. We might just be getting some shadow, you know. There is a lot going on over there, so if needs be, take it on the shadow, but... As soon as you see a runway, you go ahead and freeze it. It's going to be really close in, so I trust you.
Mhm.
Slightly off for you. Yeah, go ahead and freeze that. That's good. It's because the triangle's in the fucking way. Go ahead and designate.
There.
Right, got it. That line is well weird. It's not right, is it?
No.
What's that about? Ah! Wind! Clever. Look at that. Right, happy?
Yeah, that T-pod image doesn't look too bad. I'm just slightly right off the runway there, so.
Okay. It's going to be a ropey one. So, oh, see how it's slowly coalescing towards it. That's kind of shit. I don't like that. It's going to be a hard pull just because I'm scared we're going to kill ourselves.
What? Oh, splash behind us, so.
Is that a splash or flares?
Splash on the ground. And then the flares behind it.
Ah, sweet. Okay. We've got one more bomb. How do you say we go and have a quick look and see if we can find that that dam?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright. Well, the radar's all yours. I'll get us kind of generally heading in the direction of the dam.
Why isn't it unfreezing for me?
I don't know. Laser fire button.
Yep, pressing it. It's responding in the controls menu, but it's not doing it on. Oh, there it goes.
I just did it. Oh. Go ahead and step us up to 20 very carefully. Give it a second, let it... Okay, yeah, go on, go to 40. Right, so I can see where it is already. Bring your cursor left. Left, follow it down. Right slightly, and up. Up. Up and right. Down and left. You see that black spot?
This one?
Shadow. Yeah, follow it down and left. Down, yeah, there you go. Go and map that. I'm going to turn, sorry, that's not helpful, but that body of water there tells us it's a lake on the right. Yeah, so go ahead and stick a small map there. Smaller than that, smaller than that. There you go, yep. I'll climb, so you might get a bit of scintillation, but... Right. Freeze that. Now you're still on map, so go ahead and click where you are now. Basically recenter it and redo the map. So redesignate there on map mode. Yep. And you'll see it starts counting down even though it's still frozen, and then it'll. I think it'll stay frozen. I think it's that clever. I've been wrong before. Okay. That's worse, isn't it?
There.
Me neither. Okay, you can expand the search to bigger. Make it 10 again. Then same thing. Cool. Okay.
Alright.
Alright. Step up. That's right. Step up to 40 so we can see what we're dealing with. Right. And bring your elevation down as well because we want to see where those mountains start. Okay. I don't know, pal. I do not know. I know it's off to our right hand side slightly, so I'm going to shift so I know where it's roughly on the nose. gonna be about there. So bring that elevation up. Somewhere. No, it'll be on the right side. I think it's literally, yeah. Left to touch, left to touch, left to touch. Keep coming left, keep coming left, keep coming left. And down. Touch. Yeah, somewhere there. So, see where that's looking. Just stay with it.
Oh.
I have a big pull here, so I might have fucked your day up. Sorry. Let it read map. Ah! What's that at the top? Yeah. Just right of there. Freeze it, quick, before we lose it. Yeah, designate where you are there, yeah, no, good. Right. On the left there, on the left of that picture, where you've got the two lakes that are connected by a landmass, is that our guy, or is that not our guy? You tell me where to go, you're the boss.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more deliberate. It's more up in the valley than
Okay,
where we're
so if
looking.
you want to make your size 10 and then map again, so it saves you going back to radar beam mode basically. Yeah, and then just map. Alright, don't worry about it. Click again, make it do it again. Alright, where are you? Is that it there, in the centre? Or is that a shadow? Give it a click. What's that? Is that distance or is that angle off that's stopping you from mapping there?
Gimbal limit there.
Gimbal, oh shit. Okay, hold on. Right, there you go. Alright, we're pretty close in now, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's right on the right. I think it's been masked by the mountains now. Because it's right up that valley on our right hand side there.
Okay. Making it right if you want
So,
to
yeah, if you want to...
I feel like we're on top of it actually.
No, this is
Not far off
this
being
is
on
a
top of
different
it.
lake that we're on top of here.
Okay, you tell me where to go. We've got plenty of fuel.
So if you go right 090.
Okay, there you go. I see where you're talking about. Gonna be a whole lot of shit to filter through now.
What should the
See it. I see it.
What
Right,
should
it's back
the
on, it's on the nose on the TSD now.
the azimuth for the sorry, not the azimuth, the elevation for the radar? That's the two numbers on the top left underneath, next to alt. Yeah.
Yes. So that's the sweep.
For alt, for the elevation for the radar.
For
Yeah.
where you're looking. Alt is for where you're pointing that thing. So if you move it up, you see.
Yeah. I think the dam's on
yeah,
our
it's on
8
our
o'clock line.
left. Yeah, got it. I'm gonna come right and away and then turn that for you. Fuel's at 12,000, more than enough. Thank you. So that's just me having a quick look at the A2A radar. Just want to make sure I'm not going to twat into anybody. So if you take the air to ground radar again. So you
Yep,
can't
my
take it
radar.
off me. If I'm on single target track, you can't take it off me. But if I'm just wafting around, you can basically, if you need to take the radar, just shout.
Okay. So
Get
you
off the radar.
see Longback Mountain on our 2 o'clock on the TSD?
Yeah, I see it. We need
Yeah.
to turn around when we get to that.
Yeah, a lazy right-hand turn.
Okay. Sorry, there are aircraft here, so I just want to
Yeah, that's fine.
not kill us. Okay, coming right for you now.
Let me know when I can take the radar back.
Yeah, you can go ahead now. There's nothing anywhere near us.
My radar.
Alright, I'm gonna squeeze this in for you. Alright, it's gonna be shit picture for a second, hold on. What's that heading gonna end up as?
Yeah, that's good there, I think. Okay.
Well, no, because you got the ridge on the left, haven't you? I think that's going to occlude even now, so I'll overdo it. There you go. I looked up at the heads-up display and we're fucking upside down. Right, there you go. What the fuck's that? Yeah, keep going. That just doesn't look like anything, does it? Oh, we're on 20 still. Go and bring that range up. That's all flat ground. That's why it's all mishmashy. There you go. There it is. On the left. It's right in that tight spot, isn't it?
In here, yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess. See what happens. I'm slow. 300 knots, that's, yeah, fine. It's more than enough to be going with. Let's see. Why? Just redo it right in the middle of the screen again. See if it. Let's do it again. Pretty high up, you know. Okay. That's it there, isn't it? At the bottom of that.
Yep.
Left.
Get there. Ah, shit, I've gone wider, never mind.
That's alright, just quickly switch it back and do it again. Shit, you better be quick. That's not fucking right, is it? 203. What's that thing talking about? Better be quick.
Yeah, it's gone.
Alright. Ah, got it. See it. Is that it on the top left?
I don't know, I think we're too far in here.
Yeah. Can I come back out? You go fine. So just move your cursor to the bottom left. Wherever you click is where it will center that next map. Make sure you freeze it, otherwise it'll just keep recycling. So if you freeze it, now if you move the thing down, yeah, do it somewhere there. It'll do the exact same thing, it's just it'll recenter. So, yeah, you go ahead. Make sure you freeze it after the hole. Just keep doing it till you get something decent. Pretty close in again now, so I think that's why you're going to get some pretty bad scintillation. Alright, leave it there. Burners are on. I'll get us out of the way again. So is it this one, like on the nose now? At the right place?
Looking at the TSD, no.
Or is it on the nose now? Up in the distance then?
That looks more like it.
Alright, let's do that one then. So, back over to TSD. RBM. So basically, the closest range, so bring your range down. Right, the closest range we've got, the mountain on the front of us. And we can see that at about, what's that, 30 miles? Yeah, so that little crook there, yeah, that's the one. Right, give me a sec. Did you just map?
I did, yeah, sorry.
Alright, don't worry. Let's see how we look. Yeah. Right, just remap again. At 10. Why are you looking so shit?
Hold on.
Oh, it's on the right hand of that. There it is, yeah, there. That's it. Bang on there. Go ahead and try for a smaller thing. Give me a shout when you're doing it, because I think it's me rolling and stuff as you do it. It's my fault. Alright, one more in the exact same place. Just center that and remap. I'm not touching anything. Totally off the stick. I think we need to think about that. Made a fucking difference, didn't it?
Do you know if there's any way to bring up some sort of HSI on the TSD?
No.
Because, you know, yeah. Because there's no indication at all as to where the radar's looking in relation to the aircraft center, obviously other than the azimuth.
It does. Yeah, so we've got that azimuth off. You've
Yeah.
got your hood repeater for 2.8. I think that's... Well, let me have a mess around with this thing.
I think we might have something here. Nothing?
No, I can see it. I can see it. Freeze that. Up. Are you frozen? Freeze.
No.
Shit. Oh, you just about got it. Oh, fuck.
Are you thinking it's up the top here? Yeah.
I saw the smooth concrete. Map that again. Not too far in though.
No,
right.
I'm on the wrong bit, I think.
Yeah, so the bottom of that display. Map the bottom of that. Oh shit. Right, bring that down. Bring it way down to 20 now. Yep. 20, yep. Okay, it's going to be on the right. Yeah, somewhere in there. Up. Somewhere in there. Down and left. Capture the whole bunch in there. Grab the lot. Yeah, go.
Nothing.
Good. You want to take a picture that gives you as much information as possible. Right, can we see anything in that? Right hand side, remap on that right hand side, that little curve. Yep, there, go. Alright, let's take the shit out of this then, see what it does.
Oh, it's out of bounds.
Right. Okay. Alright, give me a second. Turn this going on, I'll put us back. And I'll have a quick go if that's okay, because I just want to test to see if it is my jiggle that's causing these pictures, because they're awful, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they're certainly borderline unusable. Mac 1 out. See an aircraft on a 1 o'clock high. See, that's how I know the flow isn't working, because I can see the lights of the aircraft and the light on my header off. And there's an aircraft on 2 o'clock as well, you see him?
No.
It's that red light.
Oh,
across,
right, yeah,
juice.
yeah.
Okay, and wait, that's mine.
The radar.
Let's freeze that for a second. Not getting sick in the back, are you?
No.
Good. I get awfully sick.
It's right on the nose.
Yeah, let's go this way. There? Well, I pressed it. Let's see. Infuriating, isn't it?
Say again?
It's infuriating.
There it is, yeah.
Right. Fuck it. I'm going for fucking visual. We'll find the leading thing. I've got no idea. I
Yeah,
could
there it
try
is.
it though.
Yeah, that's it.
Son of a bitch. Right. How fucking difficult was that? Impossible. I don't know how quick we need to go for this bomb to move up the display, because it's the high drag one, it just doesn't want to come off. You have to use the force. And it's off. Right, so radar's yours.
My radar.
Why is my thing not doing what it should be doing? There we go, look in turn mode. So in theory, when I pull, it will show me what is inside the turn. It fucking lies, it doesn't. What a crock of shit. Right, happy to start making our way back? Okay. So it's going to be waypoint 1 for fuel's 8,000, which is about right. You can step waypoint 1.
Yep. Your one's.
Thank you. And looks like we're going to be out of the shit soon. Yeah. Oh. Can you bring up that expand the scope of that TSC for me? make it like super big. I got a feeling we're not meant to be here. So in that case, let's get out of this. Find our way south. Oh, whatever you did with the radar, don't do it again.
I was just increasing the elevation there. Yeah, I got it too.
It's not good at this. When we've got terrain that's like basically a wall in front of us, it has a minor heart attack. So I would say if you can freeze it for now. I'll show you when we're clear.
Trying to freeze it, but it's... Oh, there it goes.
Thanks. It's alright, we'll be out of the shit in a second. Spooky flying around mountains and literally see nothing in the periphery. Right. Climbing out. Yeah, radar viewers should be fine now. You can have a look and see what's going on in the A2A as well. 7.5, but I'm happy just to go straight back if that's right with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm going to jettison our tanks as well. Heard a sound. That's reassuring. Yeah, and they're away.
Still not getting anything on the coulee right, guys.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. Maybe it's the right hand side coulee right, which would be that would be surprising. Okay, and
Right hand stick isn't doing anything either.
no worries, burners are on. Burners are on, but it's just point blank refusing to speed up. Might be a mapping issue on my end then, where it's not mapped the full axis.
No, my throttles are showing full forward here. The burners are lit.
Yeah, I just checked it is showing full, so...
And I'm seeing an increase in the Mac.
Yep. Fuel's good. Got a little bit of time to go. So if you want to go ahead and start tidying us up. I'm going to go ahead and box nav. That's set 1A. We know where we're going. If you want to go ahead and get that radar on and map out. Well, first we'll see what that aircraft is over there, because that is waypoint 1, the thin triangle. So what is that? is that? 7,000 feet. It's going to be an airliner, maybe?
Fine. So the 7 at the top of it is...
Altitude.
And the 04.
No, that is the altitude. There's two things. Uncage it. I thought there were two things there.
I think there was.
Oh yeah, bring your elevation down. Because you're on like, so see how your cursor's got 50 and 30. So this is like a top down view. So the same as you did for the radar elevation. There you go. Now you see, so the top of your radar now, the maximum altitude of what you'll see is 38. 39. See, yeah, there's two things. So, yeah, now remember that acquisition switch forwards for 3DT. Yeah, and now grab the other guy. Yeah, grab him. So yeah, so the altitude's always on top. So you've got a 7 and a 2 or a 7 and a 3. That's two different aircraft right next to each other.
Okay, and the 6 and the 5.
Where am I looking for 6 and 5?
So on the top one it's on the left hand side, on the bottom one it's at the top of the second target.
Oh, that might just be deconflicting so you can see it on your display. But
Okay.
I've got 5 and 2, I think, or is that 12? 5 and 12.
5 and 12, yeah.
Yeah, so the altitude is always displayed, well, always displayed on the top.
So the 03 and 04.
So 03 would be 300 feet.
So I've got...
If we're looking at the right thing.
So if I'm looking at the top one here, I've got 3 on the left hand side and 03 on the right hand side.
Where am I looking, sorry?
On the top of the two targets of the mark point 3.
So all I can see is the guy being lost to memory now. And the other target has got a 10 above him. That's the only number I've got on
Yeah, okay, so the 10
guy
above
himself.
him is...
His altitude.
And the 04 on the right hand side of it.
I don't see a 04 on the right hand side of him.
Okay.
I can see a 900. That's a closure rate on the very right hand side of the display.
But I'm not on top of him, I see the 9 on top of, at the 12 o'clock. When I hover over him, when I did hover over him, I get a 04 on the right hand side.
Yeah, I see him. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's read the manual. Right, that's your radar here. It's probably for sorting. Yeah, because I've got 02 on the other guy. I think it's probably for sorting, but I've been rung before. Could be aspect. Let's wait and see what happens.
Okay, master arm can come off, I guess.
Yep. Let's round off. Checking fuel, 3000, looking good. I'm going to slow this down soon because we're 60,000 feet and living the dream. So we're just going to do a really high pull and see how high we get, and then I'll take it easy then. JSW altitude record. If you want to go ahead and map the airfield.
Yep. Are we really up at 70,000 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, it's had enough. Right, I'm going to drop the throttles all the way back and we'll see if they flame out. They're not happy, I'll tell you that much. Right, if you going to go ahead and set us up for this recovery as well. So on the HSI, that's fine. Can you put the course in for me for 302? So let me know when you get the HSI open.
Yeah, I've got the HSI open. The course bug I can't change.
No, that's okay. So you type in 302. And then where you've got the course 109 on the top right, just click one of those buttons, either to increase or decrease, and the 302 will get plugged in.
On the MFD?
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got 302 on the scratch pad. So I've got 302 on the scratch pad.
Yeah, and then click on the course, like the top button on the right hand side of your.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
Hold on, let me have a go. Not doing anything for me. Why is it being a bastard? Oh, I have to pick a different mode, that's why.
Ah,
so shows ground track at the bottom. That'll work. So now if you do 302 and enter.
Yep, 302 set.
Sweet. So you see how we've got a flashing line on the head-up display?
Yep.
So it's flashing just because it's below the limits of the FD. So let's go downstairs.
Yaw rake. Yaw rake.
You may notice one engine working.
I don't have engine gauges back here, so. Why isn't my elevation coming down even though I've got the air to ground rate?
Oh, you won't see shit at the minute. If anything, you should be elevation up. I'm 50 degrees nose down.
Well, yeah, I mean, the numbers aren't changing either way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now they are.
So, well, it's all going to happen now. So your ground track 302, for waypoint 1, which we've preset on the threshold of the runway, because we're dead clever, will basically put us spot on the initials. How much fuel have we got? We've got enough. So we can do a break in the dark. We can do a night VFR circuit, or we can do straight in. We'll do a break. So your master navigator.
I have no idea where we are right now.
So HSI should be showing, so go and change that scale, make your life easy.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
Go and turn that low altitude warning off. There we go. So you should see now, a little green, or whatever colour it is, TACAM.
Yeah, I see the TACAM beacon there, and the steer point one.
Yeah, so I'm just navigating now to basically turn into that on a course of 302. Checking fuel's good. Shall we do some checks now? Do you want to talk to radar, let them know we're here, or do you want me to take over?
Yeah, you can do that.
It's radar Vader 1 for visual recovery. 10 miles east, visual with the sails tower. It's Radar Vader 1, join. You see it?
Yeah, I see the runway lights on.
An airfield on the
yep.
left.
Yep.
Good job with that radar, but you've done something. Right, 302 is what we want. 302 is what we want. So we can't turn too early. Fuel looks good, 2.5. Need, well, 1500 to play it safe in the circuit, so time this really well. Ba, ba, ba.
Where's our radar? The bar on the right hand side?
Yes, once
Right.
you're this low, it's like a logarithmic display, so that's
Yep.
hundreds of feet. So I'll show you now. See, that's 200. And you got the number as well, 200 there.
Where's the number?
Just under the barometrics. So the barometrics box, 2400.
Yep, I see that.
And the radars, yeah.
Uh,
And now it's off because we're too far over. So you see that's 4G, 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 lovely. Checking the deadwind, even though I can't see fuck all.
No doubt there's going to be an airliner doing some wacky races around here.
Oh, fucking hell, of course there will. Right, so we're in the dark. That line is essentially going to tell me where to go. So if the TACAM was bang on, we'd use that, but seems like we can't trust it. So this is I'm talking about that internal navigation, that internal laser approach.
Yep.
So we've designated the threshold of the runway, ground track's mapped up, so that's wind corrected, that bar. So as soon as I'm on that bar, it's like, great, you're cooking with gas on the course that you set.
20 degrees to go.
Yep. So we went 302. I reckon it's a pretty stiff turn. So any time now, I suppose. Throttled all the way up. 4G. A little bit less than full throttle actually, because we're dead skinny now. Okay, if we overdo it. So you see how that bar's shifted now?
Yep.
You see?
Okay, so air brakes in.
Yep.
Fuel balanced.
And checks 1900.
Flaps down, landing gear
Beta
down.
1 initial. Oh, not just yet. So we're just coming for initial to brake.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
302 is what we want. So we're off. We're off speed as well. So minimum altitude for the brake, 500 feet radar. We were 1650, if you remember at the beginning.
Yep.
So we went 2150. Let's get it. 302. 302. 2150. Let's get it. 420 knots, 2150. 420 knots, 2150. Roll, pull, idle, air brake. So 1650, add 1000. 2650. So we're going 2650 on the downwind. See an aircraft on the runway, it's rolling, should be clear, and Beta 1 brake land. Roll, pull, idle. A little bit too high. A little bit high, a little bit messy, that's okay. Happy in the back?
Be in the back. Okay, so
Okay,
gears
now
down
it's checks. And yep, green.
and flaps are down.
Warning, fuel low. Warning,
check.
fuel
Hook
low.
light out.
Check.
Harness secure.
Yep.
And no warning lights other than fuel low.
And check, good timing.
Brakes here.
Good. Beta 1, final, get out.
That other aircraft I saw was rolling the end and broke off to the...
Okay. Yeah, fuck them at this point. So we want to be in and around 25 degrees of alpha. Not too much, not too much, not too much. We want to be just on all reds on the PAPI. There it is. Happy.
Happy?
And we want to be coming in on 21 degrees alpha. Look at that. And now I'm not going to break your spine.
Nice.
Bumpy, not bumpy?
With the silk.
Good. Right, 100 knots. Nose comes down. We're going to miss it. That's too bad. Now we'll put the log back on. Right. How do you think that went as a general kind of intro?
Yeah, that was good. It was great. It covered a lot with the air-to-air radar. Again, most of the problems with me bindings and not remembering what's what and whatnot. But that aside, yeah, it was good. We covered, you know, the recovery to a tanker, for example. In that regard, I can't really see much other use for it. What we're going to be using. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for a bounce or something. Perhaps scanning the area ahead of. Scanning the sky, obviously ahead of the initial point and all that kind of stuff, or at least the attack run, I guess. In that regard, I don't know if the tornadoes ever used at all, if it ever had any air-to-air capability of locking up under airborne targets or not.
Yeah, I think the strike one didn't.
But yeah, no, it's tough using that RBM, and I could have done more to tell you what I was doing. Because pretty much every time I press map, we're then pulling into the 30, 60 degree turn away from where we were going. But again, that's just a communication thing, and me just fluffing around with findings that I'm not up on.
I think it's a good takeaway, isn't it, for the SOPs and stuff as well, about that interaction and when do we map up and
yeah.
What is this over here? If it's an F16, I'm going to do something that you're going to judge me for. I can't tell because I've got a shitty Rift S, and
Where are you
if
looking?
it's a Harrier, I'm really going to do something.
Where are you looking?
Straight ahead. I can't tell. It's an F16. It's a squat little.
It's a Harrier.
Oh, the joy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I'm going to open the canopy. And you can see us in all of our glory.
Oof.
We're good. I didn't I didn't mean to get that close. I pressed the wrong button for the high gain nasal steering. I was like, oh no, oh no. I bet that's us.
Gold 1-1, that was very close to my nose.
I planned to get close, but not brown trouser close.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I saw the end of your wing just scrape the DMT.
Good man, right. I'm just jumping off. Bye. Alright, get up everybody.